Also, my talk today will be more about incline solution, and because in the situation where we have low bar spacing, it's really you need to adapt the solution, and generally it's really important to avoid head losses and different things like that. Also, okay. Just a short presentation of a fish-friendly bar rack system. Also, you have the bar rack, and at the top of the bar rack, when you are inclined, you have some bypasses, and after you have also a downstream migration duct to guide the fish downstream. So the object of the study during the project was to study the influence of parameters as a bar shape, spacer, and support. When you build a bar rack system, you need to, of course, to adapt the bars, but also you have spacer to maintain the distance between the bars, and you have support to maintain the bar rack. And the second aspect was compliance with biological criteria. We know that we need to have a normal velocity, for example, lower than 0.5 meter per second to avoid the impinging. And we need to have also tangential velocity or the ratio between the tangential velocity to the normal velocity should be upper than 2 to guide the fishes in direction of the bypasses. And the last point of what we did on the downstream activities is also in situ measurement, because we need also to validate what we obtain on the lab, on the field. And for that, we have 3 test cases where we try to validate the velocity, but also the discharge inside the bypasses. The approach that we choose Okay, the approach that we choose to study the problems, we use different tools and devices, also laboratory measurement, in situ measurement, and numerical flow modeling. And in this situation, for laboratory measurement, what we study is more the hydraulic, also with water depth and ADV and PIV. We follow and study the head losses, the velocity fields upstream and downstream. In the in situ measurement, what we studied is a part is for the hydraulic and to measure with ADCP the velocity mainly upstream the bar rack, but also we measure with flowmeter the flow discharge inside the bypasses. And Sylvie will present after some activity on fish monitoring and telemetry to see the efficiency of this kind of solution. And the last point, which is very important now, is the numerical flow modeling, because to study the hydraulic in the lab, it's so often possible, but when you need to adapt or to optimize the design, you need to have some practical tool, I think, to test and to learn with the test. And now the numerical flow modeling is enough advanced to be able to provide some solution or to help to design the solution. Also, I will present some example of results that we obtained during the project. Also, the first part was about the influence of the bar shape on head losses. Also, the bar shape for inclined bar rack could be decomposed with the sum of two contributions: the head losses due to the bars and the head losses due to the spacer, also the barrier. And I don't know if you see my mouse. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Also the bars and the spacer. And also we have a sum of 2 terms, and the first term is just due to the bars. Also, if we play with the shape of the bar, also we test 6 different bar shapes, so rectangular to the tadpole. We estimate the coefficient, the bar shape coefficient, and we see that with this different form, we are able to reduce the head losses by 3 in this context. Also, the prediction law is built from this bar shape coefficient, another coefficient based on the blockage ratio of the bars, and of course a term linked to the angle of the bar rack. Another aspect that we studied during this project is the influence also of the sorry, I try to move my picture here, the support. Also, we try to evaluate the influence of different supports that we can put downstream the barack to maintain the system, and we try to, we choose two different shapes. The worst is the U shape, because I think it's difficult to have something so it's the worst thing, I think, to implement in this case, and something more profile support, which is stay horizontal and it could be put downstream also to maintain the barack. Also in the prediction law, what we obtain, it is a new term which is directly linked to the head loss of the support. And this support for the U shape or the profile shape could be calculated differently. And we obtain something in good agreement with a good regression term. And it means that when you build after your prediction law to estimate what you obtain at the end with your barack system, you could add the free contribution. And with the free contribution, you are very close what you obtain in the reality. And I think it's really important because generally we have some comments about the different prediction law that we see in the literature with generally with the company. And when you take account all the terms, I think you are very close to what they measure on the reality. Of course, after you have to add also the clogging effect, the overlay effect, and all this thing. Another example of result is the upstream and downstream velocity. Also for inclined solution, it's really important to validate what we have upstream the barack, also close to the barack, the normal velocity and the ratio between the tangential to the normal velocity. And also the second parameter is downstream, where we have to verify that we have a flow homogeneous, because it could affect the efficiency of the turbine. And for this kind of result here, we compare with experimental result, but here I just present some flow modeling. Also, you have the flow field without spacer, with spacer on the right, with the U shape support and with the profile support. And you can see that all the transverse components affect a lot the downstream velocity. And to be homogeneous downstream, you need more length larger in the case when you have, for example, a U support or a profile support than if you have only spacer. Also, it's something important also to be sure that when you apply or you place after your turbine downstream, you are enough far from your barack system. Other measurement has been done on in situ. Also, we did some measurement at different test cases. So we just present the most popular that we showed the different presentation. Also, it's the Las Rives hydropower plant. It is on the Ariège River. The particularity of this hydropower plant is that the fish-friendly water intake is placed at the head of the head race canal. And it was also easy to measure on this configuration because we have access in the different size of the intake. For the measurement, we use an ADACP profiler to have a measurement at different locations, and we use a fixed structure that we are able to displace. And in this case, it was either to have a continuous profile or to be able to stay at the same location to have, for example, some average measurement. Because generally, when you have a boat, you have to move all the time, and you have not. You have just an instantaneous data at each location. And in this case, you could have more statistic results. In the downstream migration ducts, what we use, it is an electromagnetic flow meter to measure the discharge at different locations and to see the discharge at the end in each bypasses to see if there is a good balance between the free bypasses. And with the ADCP measurement, we measure profile at different locations upstream the bar rack, and we can verify on the field that the biological criteria, the normal velocity and the ratio of the tangential velocity to the normal velocity is verified, and it's what we get on this kind of measurement. And to compare after with flow modeling, we did the same thing with numerical simulation. And it was interesting to validate that we obtained the same kind of velocity upstream for the 4 different sections. And also for the discharge, we see that we have only 10% of differences between the discharge that we obtain on the field and the discharge that we obtain with the flow modeling. It was also the opportunity to validate the discharge in each bypasses, and we see that there is some asymmetry in this case, and perhaps, for example, on the left, the discharge could be improved or increased by modifying the shape of the bypasses. Finally, to conclude, during this project, we work on vertical inclined bar rack and horizontal angle bar rack with low bar spacing. And these two solutions are very efficient for downstream fish migration for the hydraulic part. And you have to wait for the result for the efficiency with fishes, but it's in the next presentation. I'll try to not give the result, but it's also efficient. And a particular attention has been paid for head loss prediction, because it's really important to know exactly what is the kind of head loss you could obtain with this kind of solution to help also the company to predict correctly, and also to avoid some error by putting a lot of things, for example, behind the bar rack, which introduce a lot of head losses. Also, it's really important to show the effect of each element. We have also seen the good agreement of the velocity with biological criteria. And also, we study the discharge in the bypasses, and by numerical modeling, we are able now to optimize and to propose also a different shape or size to improve the attraction of the attractivity of all the bypasses. And finally, the last but not the least is all the fish tests that has been done during this project and other project. And you will see if they validate or not the solution in the next presentation. So thank you for your attention.